having more young engagement in, especially in the crucial issues that are discussed, because we are the next generation, and so it is important for us to not only, I think there's two things, not only do we have to be, I think, involved to understand the issues ourselves, but I think it's also good to be involved in order to shape that future. My name is Paul Habsburg. I'm an advisor for the Sovereign Order of Malta mission to the UN. There definitely are a lot of things to be frustrated about in diplomacy in general, but also in the multilateral system that is the UN. I think just the fact that very often on very basic issues there's no consensus where there should be consensus. That was very frustrating to me, and it still is, that there very often issues like that are just maybe talked about, but then you already often know that maybe not much is going to come of it. Especially around the New York headquarters of the UN, there is a big group of, a lot of interns, but also just young professionals who work at the UN, either at the missions or at organizations or at the Secretariat itself. And I think the way that, they are all involved in their particular little fields, but one of the great things is that there really is a community there where you can get to know somebody from a completely different mission or somebody from the Secretariat in a particular field at either UN events or at the Delegates Lounge on Thursday afternoon. And I think something like that, where you build community among the young people at the UN, I think that is fantastic, because that way you don't just have a disjointed group of people all running after their own thoughts, but you have really, again, as I said earlier, you have a new generation of diplomats interacting with each other, understanding each other's perspectives, and working with each other, really. One thing that I've definitely learned that I think is very important is realizing that we each have a certain perspective, and it's impossible to really understand what is actually going on if you don't put yourself in a place where you hear other people's perspectives. We all are very reasonable, usually, and so when we have an opinion, that's usually formed by an understanding of that we have. And so I think it's important to take into account even perspectives that you completely disagree with, and understand where is that perspective coming from, why is that perspective being held, and what's something that can get out of that opinion, out of that understanding, that's even true, because I think it's almost impossible to find someone who just has an opinion that's completely wrong. There's usually something in there that you can find that's true and very important, and you can use to shape your own understanding.